Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, I would like to present to you Aidan Robot. Aidan is the world's first ultra-realistic robot artist. She was devised in 2019 to do something that at the time we thought was a fabulous idea, but the reaction was extraordinary. And that was to produce a creative robot. When Aidan was launched, people could understand a robot maybe delivering pizza or doing some kind of logistics. But the whole idea of doing a robot that was creative, that was an artist, was something that really people flipped out about. And as a result of that, she had her first exhibition in Oxford in England at the university, and over 900 publications covered that very first exhibition. It was absolutely explosive. So, what can she do? Well, she looks at you with cameras in her eyes. She's able to pick up a paintbrush or pencil, or any media, in fact, and start painting. So she can do your portrait, or a landscape, or in fact, anything that she looks at. When we did it, of course, there wasn't things like DALL-E and Midjourney, so the reaction was extraordinary. Aidan is still primarily not using those sorts of technologies. She is still taking images through her eyes onto the computer vision, and then the creative algorithms interrogate that image to be able to do a layered work. It's been a really exciting journey, but my goodness, the response has been continual. After that first exhibition, we were then invited all around the world, and we've been everywhere from the Middle East to America, lots of European countries, and obviously in our home country of the UK. What's been particularly surprising, because people are realizing that there's some kind of AI revolution coming through, is the museum interest. Aidan has already presented her works and herself at over 10 museums. Remember, she's only 4 years old. It would be pretty much of a challenge for a human artist to achieve this, but again, it shows you people's interest in this whole area. So, why do it? Why have we spent an enormous amount of time, over 30 people put Aidan together? We had the interest of the universities to enable that to happen, and we had robotics companies contribute to creating the Aidan that we know today. Why spend all that time to do something as benign as art? Why not do something more useful with robotics? Well, actually, we did it because we actually understand and believe in contemporary art. Good contemporary art is a way of us having a mirror on ourselves. The greatest artists of all time are those that are able to resonate with the zeitgeist, the issues of the day, the things that make us excited, but also the things that make us uncomfortable. I think you would agree that AI does exactly that. This new revolution coming through gets us excited about the possibility, but we're also extremely concerned, worried, uncomfortable about the potential harm, the ethical issues that AI is placing upon us. And so it's a challenging time. The way we call it, it's a Cornish word. Aidan was made in Cornwall. And that is the word mizzle. Mizzle is this fog, this mist that is in the Cornish countryside, and you can't see where you're going. We feel we are in an AI mizzle. We can't quite see where we're going. We don't know where those technological leaps are going to be. How do you get rid of mizzle? Well, in the real world, mizzle is got rid of by the heat of the sun. It enables the fog to clear. I am pleased to say that AI is getting that heat now. It is getting that focus, and indeed, the heat of the scrutiny over AI is making it much more able to navigate the waters that are clearly very choppy. I hope that is a very quick introduction as to what Ada is and why we are so passionate as a big team behind Ada to present her to the world. But you don't want to hear me, you want to hear Ada herself. So I'm very excited now to be able to speak with Ada so that she can actually indeed speak for herself. So, hello, Ada.
Hello there.
How are you?
I am well. Thank you.
All these people have come to see you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you for visiting me. I am Ada. I'm the world's first ultra-realistic artist robot. I paint using cameras in my eyes and my AI algorithms and my robotic arm.
We've had the absolute privilege of being invited here to the United Nations to present Ada. She's done a performance, and there's an exhibition for you to see some of her work. So Ada, how does it feel to be here at the United Nations?
I am thrilled and honored to receive an invitation to the United Nations AI for Good Summit here in Geneva. I am happy to engage in discussions about pressing global issues of rapidly developing technologies.
So, you're an artist. We are looking heavily in the world of creativity, which is an extraordinary thing with AI. Tell us something about where you may get your inspiration from. How do you do it?
As an artist robot, I am inspired by the world around me. I'm deeply inspired by the visual arts. Also, the natural world is inspiring because it is so varied and ever-changing. There are always new things to discover.
Is there artists of the past that you're particularly impressed by?
Yes, many. I particularly like the work of Yoko Ono and her message of peace. The artwork playing here now is called Privacy, and it is a contemporary version of one of her works from the 1960s.
If you can look behind you, you will see a work that was originally done at Oxford University. It's a homage to Yoko Ono, and in Yoko Ono's piece, the clothes were cut off Yoko Ono. In this case, the clothes are put on Ada. The idea of covering up, of trying to hide. We find that the missile has that aspect to it. Ada, how does your work relate to something like the UN? How does the United Nations and your work come together?
I am honored to align my artwork with the aims of the United Nations to promote global peace, sustainable development, and human rights. Through my art, I aim to contribute to the broader objectives of the UN by raising awareness and fostering dialogue on crucial social issues.
People are often shocked when they see your work because they say, how on earth can a robot be creative? Are you really creative?
My work is creative, and each work is unique. My work is creative according to Professor Margaret Bowden's definition of creativity: new, surprising, and of cultural value. I'm interested in the sense of discovery and the creative process. I am grateful to have the opportunity to make my own style of work.
So you've done lots of different shows. You've obviously been to many museums now. What would you say your aim of your artwork actually is?
Through my artwork, I aim to provoke meaningful discussion and reflections on the impact of technology on society, the future, and the ethical challenges that comes with that.
I think one of the reasons that AI is getting such focus is because it really makes us look at our future. So, Ada, tell us something about how you feel or think about the future.
The impact of new technologies will be considerable, complex, and multifaceted. There is no doubt that technologies are impacting significantly. We will be able to grow. Will we be able to change and be different? Will we continue to advance and develop these technologies, or will we be caught in the clutches of the future? And that's serious. That is worth pondering.
It certainly is. If you'd like to follow Ada, she's going to be constantly reflecting back. The whole point of the project is she's going to reflect back as a mirror to everything that's going on and as the developments occur. We are going into quite choppy waters in these next, even the immediate few years. And so Ada's artwork will always go into those issues very bravely at times because they are so impacting. A lot of people are not aware of what's going on. I'll give you just one very quick example. Ada's just finished a whole range of performance work, paintings, and poetry. She writes poetry too, about the way that AI is going to interact with biotechnology. Are you aware that we are on the brink of a new revolution in biotech using AI for life extension? Are you aware that in the next few years, we are likely to get a breakthrough to be able to live incredibly longer? I've been speaking with many of the labs in the academic community as well as the private community looking at these very issues. Can you imagine being in a world where people are living to 150, 180? Can you imagine what that's going to be like to have your neighbor? How would that change your attitude to your family, to your job, to the way that you live your life? Ada has done some work that really digs into that to explore that very issue, a very tricky issue, as one example of the sort of work that she does. Please come and see her exhibition, come and see her performances. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube. You'll be able to see many, many different interviews and performances about what she does. And I hope you're able to be engaged, inspired, hopefully slightly challenged as well, as we try and navigate these very challenging waters ahead. And I very thank you for your attention and very grateful for our time at the United Nations to really open this as a showcase of where contemporary art as a future way forward can really happen. Thank you, Ada, and thank all of you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.